Hi, welcome back to my channel. My name is Ashley and I'm a full-time reseller. I sell pre-loved clothing on websites like eBay and Poshmark. Yesterday I went to the Goodwill outlet, which is also known as the Goodwill bins, which is a Goodwill store where you pay by the pound instead of by the item. And at my particular location, you pay $1.89 per pound, which is amazing. You cannot find those prices really anywhere else besides maybe yard sales and garage sales. So it is definitely one of my favorite places to go thrifting, and there are always so many treasures to be found. And yesterday was probably one of my best Goodwill outlet trips ever. And I mean ever. I had an amazing day. I was there for about 3 hours, and for the first time ever, after I checked out the first time, I brought all the items to my car with my first full cart, and then I went back in for a second round and filled my cart again. So I got over 100 pieces yesterday to resell, and my average cost of goods was only $1.29 for the entire trip per item. So that is incredible. I really try to keep my cost of goods around $1 to $2, and I've really been able to do that by going to the Goodwill bins. This is going to be a two-part video because, like I said, I got about 100 pieces. So this is going to be part 1, and then I will be posting part 2 of this video tomorrow. So make sure you subscribe if you're not already so you are notified when I do post that video. And yeah, let's just get right into it. So starting with one of my favorite pieces of the day, I found a whole bunch of vintage sweaters. I love selling vintage pieces, especially sweaters. Just look at this. I was shocked that this was still sitting in the bin. It is this adorable kind of circus theme. It has these 3D people on there. This is just adorable. I absolutely love this. The brand is Fagati, which I know I say this pretty much in all of my videos, but when it comes to vintage pieces, a lot of times brands don't matter. It's more about the look. So when I saw this, no brainer, I snatched this right up. This I will be listing around $40. The next piece I got is this denim jacket. The brand is Brooklyn Clothing MFG, which I see this brand quite often in the thrift store. Normally I don't pick it up, but the reason I picked this up is because of this graphic, like painted on print all over this, on the front, on the back, on the sleeves. And I looked up this piece, and this exact piece is going for around $40 on eBay. So I will be listing mine right around $40 to $45. And I was really excited to find this. So at this point today, it is August 23rd, I believe. August 23rd. So I am primarily focusing on fall and winter items. We are done with summer. I am not picking up summer items. Now, if I find something, fabulous that I just can't say no to, I will pick it up because I do sell all seasons, all year. But my primary focus right now is to get all those sweaters, all those jackets, all those pants listed because we are going into fall and winter time. And already mid-July, I am starting to sell a lot of sweaters and a lot of fall and winter items. So I think this video is going up on September 1st. So that means that tomorrow is actually my birthday. My birthday is September 2nd, and I'm turning 30 this year, which is a little scary, a little fun, a little bittersweet. So since this will be going up September 1st, by the time you're watching this, you definitely want to be only listing, well, I don't want to say only, but focusing on those fall and winter cold weather items. So next, I was really excited when I found this, especially when I got it home and did more research on it. But this is an Under Armour men's camo jacket. Now, what's special about this, I mean, I would have picked this up regardless, even if it was just a regular plain camo jacket. But this is scent control, which is really important for those guys or ladies that like to go out hunting. So not only is this camo, it's fleece, it's a heavyweight jacket, full zip, but it's also scent control. Some of these jackets by Under Armour that are scent control can go for like $100. I was really shocked. Now mine does have a flaw. It is missing the zipper pull here. That has broken off. But otherwise, it is in really good condition. So even though I saw that at the bin that the zipper was broken, I still decided to pick it up, especially because the prices are so cheap. So because of my flaw, I will be listing mine around $50 to $60, and I always am open to offers on both. On Poshmark, you don't have a choice, but I'm always open to offers on eBay. Next, again, a great winter piece. This is an LL Bean kids size 10 snow pants. I just loved this really bright print. They have zips at the ankles. And this is perfect for, again, the fall and winter time. So yeah, that was a no-brainer. So also, I did want to mention that all of these items will be listed by the time this video goes live. So today, I am working on photographing them all. Everything that I'm showing you right now has already been photographed, and I will be listing them and scheduling them for the next few days to week. So next is this Tommy Hilfiger vest. Now, this is actually reversible. I love this. I'm not going to open it the whole way, but this is what the inside looks like, and that's the back of the other side. Has like this stripe. These actually are going for decent money as well. And for this, I'm going to put in my title the word Y2K, because this is definitely a Y2K vibe. This, I believe I'll be listing around $35 to $40. Next, I was actually surprised that this piece was going for so much when I got home and looked up comps. But this is just Brandy Melville, which I rarely pick up. But this is a butterfly hoodie, which butterflies, I personally love butterflies. I kind of was thinking about keeping this for myself because it definitely would fit me. Brandy Melville is usually one size, but this is definitely an oversized fit, could definitely fit up to an extra large. And when I looked this up when I got home, the butterfly hoodies by Brandy Melville are actually going for around $25 to $30. So I was really, really surprised. I will be listing mine right around $25. The next piece, again, a vintage piece, and this was actually made in Yugoslavia, which really intrigued me. But the brand is Chess King. I believe this is a men's blazer. I'm like 90% sure, but the back of it kind of has me debating. So comment down below, do you think this is a women's or a men's blazer? But it is this corduroy blazer, vintage. I love how it has the zip pocket and the button pocket on the chest. I thought that was really unique. On the elbows, it has this patch here. And then this is what the back looks like. So I don't know if I've ever seen, or I don't think you really see a lot of men's jackets that have this detail in the back. That to me looks like a lady's jacket. So I think I'm going to list it as a men's because when I look up this brand, it's all men's blazers. But what do you think? Would you call this a men's or a women's blazer? I'm curious. Next is another vintage piece. I probably should have left this behind. These don't go for as much, but again, we're in the right season. So this is a vintage Nautica full zip golf jacket. Super lightweight, mesh lined. And now that I think of it, yes, okay, so it has a hood in the collar that you can take out. I'm not going to take that out, but I will need to make sure to note that in my listing. But yes, mesh lined, lightweight. These are going for only around $20. So moving on to some of the pants that I got yesterday. I don't think I've ever heard of this brand before. The brand is Bare Bottom. These are a pair of like jogger chino pants, men's size medium. These are going for around $25. Oh, I just realized that Mr. Jasper is right there. I almost threw that right on top of him. Next, I found two pairs of these in different colors, but this is Polo by Ralph Lauren, size 32 by 34. And on the back, it says Authentic Dungarees, which I put in the listing. And they are just these chino pants. This is an olive green color, straight leg. And then right behind that in the bin, I found the exact same thing in just a beige color, same size. These I will be listing around $25. This next piece I got mainly off of style because it definitely gives that Y2K, baggy vibe, cargo style. Camo is really popular and I believe is going to be really popular again this fall. But the brand is Lab, or Liberation Blue. Liberation a Blue. It took me a minute to figure that out. But it's a men's size 36 by 32, baggy, camo pants. Again, we'll be listing those around $25. This next pair of pants is a vintage pair of American Eagle pants, size 26 by 28. So I listed these as a women's because they are such a small waist. I don't really know any men that have a 26-inch waist. So these are, again, a vintage Y2K baggy cargo style pants. These I should be able to get around $35 for. Totally on trend, totally on style. Again, perfect for the fall time. Next piece is another vintage piece. This is a vintage Wrangler piece, and this tag says Wrangler for women. I don't think I've ever seen that tag before. But this is this like loose fit, straight legged, sort of cropped pants, and it has these woven, or it has this woven material at the hemline, which I thought was really unique. Again, loose fitting. I loved the pockets on the front, how big they were. Kind of gave that Y2K vibe again. These I'll be listing around $25. Now this next pair of jeans is a Madewell pair of jeans, which I really am picky on nowadays. But I picked these up because they're a really good size. They're size 32. They're the 10-inch high-rise skinny jeans, which I kind of stay away from. But because of this print and because of the size, I decided to pick them up. And when I got home, I was really surprised that this print in this style of jeans is going for around $30 to $40. So I was really, really happy that I picked these up. And again, a bigger size, size 32. These should sell relatively quickly, and these are in really good condition. So I will be listing these around $35. There will be more jeans in part 2 of this. I'm not really doing this in any order, but this next thing, I'm sure you could probably look at and just tell what it is by the print. But this is a Lily Pulitzer kids size 12 piece, which I debated getting because they are a pair of shorts. Like I said, we're going out of summer, and it's a kids piece, but it's a bigger kids piece at a size 12. And when I looked these up when I got home, these are actually going for around $25, which is really good for a kids piece pre-owned. So I also got one pair of shoes yesterday, which I typically don't get a lot of shoes at the Goodwill outlet. I find it hard to find a matching pair, like 2 shoes of the same. So I really don't waste my time on the shoes. But I did find a pair of shoes yesterday, which are these Sorel boots. Women's, the soles have barely been used. These are in really good condition. Minus some minor scuffing there on the sides. And I think that's really just from being thrown around in the bin. But I found one of these shoes in a clothing bin. I could not find the other one for a while. Like, I held onto this for probably an hour, and I was getting ready to throw it back into a random bin. Everybody was waiting for the bins to be rolled out, and when that happens, everybody just stands there on one side of the store, and you're only allowed to look in certain bins at that time. So there was a group of people standing in front of me, and I saw one of the guys pick up this shoe out of the bin and look at it and then just kind of throw it back in the bin. And I'm like, it happened right in front of me. So I went up to him and I'm like, excuse me, can I actually have that boot? I've been looking for it for a while. And he said, oh yeah, no problem, absolutely. And I'm like, thank you so much. Like, I love when people are nice at the Goodwill outlet, because why be mean? Some people are so aggressive, so rude. There's no reason for that. So I really appreciated when he was so nice. But anyways, Sorel is a great shoe brand, a great boot brand. These can go for really great money. This is also a women's size 10, which is a great size. And the style name is Joan of Arctic 2. These are a wedge Chelsea booty. So yeah, these are a really popular style, and I will be listing these at $65. So this alone will pay for half of my entire Goodwill trip yesterday, which is just incredible. And that's why I go to the outlet, because costs of goods are so low, you cannot beat it. And my return on investment is just so high, and I'm able to find unique pieces there as well. So that is the one pair of shoes that I got. I also got a vintage Disney, like Mickey and Friends, flat sheet with 2 pillowcases. Now I kind of debated because I know people usually look for a fitted sheet, not just a flat sheet. But because I was able to find 2 pillowcases and a flat sheet, I decided that I am going to list them. And after doing comps, I'm glad that I picked them up, because sets of sheets like those are going for around $25, which is what I will be listing mine at. Now, I already photographed it, and I do not want to unfold it again, so I will just put a picture up here of my listing. But I was really, really excited to find that. I love finding vintage Disney pieces. So let's get back right into the clothing. The next piece of clothing I picked up was this Adidas skirt. I love the purple. I love the stripe down the front. And yeah, these are going for right around like $22 to $25. I think I'll list mine around $22 for a quick flip. Next is this, again, vintage. The brand is, oh, this is the starter one. Okay, so this is a vintage starter Pittsburgh Pirates polo, which is baseball, I believe. This I'll be listing for around $25 as well. This next piece I should have left behind, but after I got home, I noticed that there is a small bleach spot on the front, but I love vintage polos. This is definitely a vintage Tommy Hilfiger. It has that embroidered crest there, but like I said, it has a small bleach spot right on the front, which of course I noted in my listing. This I'll be listing around $20. Normally for vintage Tommy Hilfiger polos, I can get between like 18 to 25, depending on the design of it. Stripes, plain, and whatnot. So this next piece, I've never found this brand before. The brand is Good Human, but it's spelled Good, Hyouman. And they make like graphic sweatshirts and shirts. This one says, love pizza, hate cancer. Definitely agree with that statement. I love this. There's my mailman. And it says Good Human on the back. This I'll be listing around $25 as well. This next brand is a great bread and butter brand for me. They sell men's and women's. It's Duluth Trading Co. This is a women's size 2X athletic top. It's stretchy. And then on the back, it has pockets, which I thought was really unique. And then on the bottom, it also has like the sticky, like silicone, so it doesn't ride up and down. So yeah, this I'll be listing around $25 as well. This is super thick. Feels really, really nice and high quality. This next piece I should have probably left behind, but I didn't because it's new with tags, which always calls my name. But this is a LuLaRoe piece, which I literally never pick up. But this is a Disney collab with LuLaRoe. So that's why I picked it up, and new with tags. It is a size extra small, and I think these are only going for around $15. So again, I should have left this behind, but I'll be listing it right around $15. Next piece is again a vintage Tommy Hilfiger, size extra large, striped polo, long sleeve, perfect for this time of year. Next, I know a lot of people don't pick up this brand, but I have once before and it sold pretty quickly, so that's why I picked it up again. It's Chaps and Ralph Lauren. This is a size extra large, which is a great size. This plaid, long sleeve polo, vintage, total preppy vibes. This will be great around the holidays in my opinion. This will go for around $20 to $25 as well. This next piece I was going to keep for my son. He is 2 years old. But it'll be a couple years until he can fit this, so I decided that I'm just going to go ahead and list it. It is a vintage Nike windbreaker. So adorable. I love the spell out on the back there. And these surprisingly are going for around $25. This is a boy size 5'6". And I just thought this was so cute. Perfect Goodwill outlet pickup. So lightweight, easy to photograph, easy to list, easy to ship, easy to photograph, easy to list, easy to ship, easy to photograph, easy to list, easy to ship. Next, I got this because it's new with tags. I love picking up new with tags items, even if they don't go for a lot. This is just a Land's End piece, men's size extra large, which is again a great size. Just a basic, a long sleeve polo, but I'm sure somebody would love to pick this up. This will go for around $20. Next piece is again a vintage Tommy Hilfiger 2XL. Now all of these unfortunately were different sizes. Like I have a 2XL, I have an XL, I have a large, and then the one was flawed. So, or else I would have just lotted these all up and sold them as a lot. Because they are all different sizes, I was unable to do that. But again, striped polo, Y2K vibes, that'll go for $20 to $25. This next piece I was really excited about, Eileen Fisher. I rarely find this brand. This is one of the first pieces I found yesterday, and when I found this, I knew that it was going to be a good day. I mean, I believe this was literally the first bin I looked in, and in the first bin I looked in, I found so many good pieces. So again, Eileen Fisher, size 1X, which is a great size. This is an organic cotton and lyocell blend long sleeve top. These surprisingly are going for around $25 to $30. Eileen Fisher sells really well. Even their basic pieces, which I feel like Eileen Fisher mostly has basic pieces, but the resale value of it holds really, really strong. This next piece, maybe should have left behind again, but I didn't just because I love the style of it. It's a vintage Anthony Richards satin pajama set. 2 pieces. Here's the shirt and then the pants. It's a size 2X, which is a great size. The fact that it's long sleeve and long pants will be great for fall and winter time. Satin, the floral print, all great things going for it. This should go for between $20 to $25 as well. This next piece I was really excited to find, and especially when I got home and looked up comps, but the brand is just America Foundation, and it says America's Cup 1992. There is no size tag on it. It's been worn off. Obviously, this is from 1992. And then on the sleeve here, it also says America's Cup 1992. So when I looked up America's Cup 1992 polo, surprisingly, these pieces that have to do with America's Cup 1992 can go for really, really good money. Now this polo I just loved. I loved the American flag print. I thought it was really unique. I loved how it was all over. This I am listing around $40, which I was really, really shocked by. This next piece probably should have left it behind again, but it is this U.S. Air Force fleece jacket. And on the inside, which is really nice, it says all the information that you need to know. It says fleece weight, cold weather, foliage green, generation 3. So all things that I want to put in my listing. This is a size large. And this is just kind of a layering piece. I mean, they can use it as layering. And as you can see, it did come with that, which is pretty cool. Now, these are only going for around like $10 to $15, which is why I say I definitely should have left it behind. I really thought that this would go for more money. So now I know, but I'm still going to go ahead and list it since I picked it up. Might as well. Next piece, again, a vintage piece. This is a vintage Cincinnati Reds piece from the year 2000. It does have a little bit of wear there, but the brand is Majestic. This I'll be listing around $25. Vintage sportswear pieces can do really, really good. So make sure you do comps on the team and all of that if you ever find sportswear pieces. This next piece is REI Co-op, which is a great bread and butter piece. This is a women's size 6, just a nylon hiking pants, hiking joggers. In this taupe color, these I'll be listing around $25 as well. This next piece is new with tags again, which is a big reason why I picked it up. It's a size 2XL, and it's just an Everlast hoodie. Again, I love picking up new with tag pieces, especially around Q4, because a lot of people like buying new with tag pieces as gifts. So this, again, I will be listing around $25. This next piece is a Tora piece. Again, another great bread and butter piece for me, size 3X. This is a mesh. It's called a mesh yogi peplum top. Has this mesh detailing with the cutout in the front. Sort of has this cold shoulder detailing with the peplum. Super cute. This I will be listing right around $22. I love selling torrid pieces. They don't go for a ton, but they all seem to sell relatively quickly for me, especially in the bigger sizes. This next piece, again, maybe should have left behind only because it's not cashmere. If you find this brand in cashmere, it can do really, really well. But the brand is Aqua. Again, not cashmere, but it's a size extra large. And it's this color block cardigan. This I'll be listing around $22-ish. And I think because it's an extra large, it should do okay. And I think somebody would love that for the fall time. Next is a Nike piece, women's size extra large, a Nike Tech Fleece pair of sweatpants, gray with the logo there. These are going for around $28 to like $35. So I believe I'm going to be listing mine right around $30. And moving on, we are getting to the end of part 1. And like I said, I'm going to be posting part 2 tomorrow. So stay tuned for that. There's a lot of cool vintage sweaters in tomorrow's video. So next piece is an Abercrombie & Fitch piece, Y2K. That's definitely an older tag. Has a side stripe here, short sleeve polo, side stripe on both sleeves. Has a spell out on the front. I love picking up Y2K Abercrombie pieces. I don't know if I said, but this is a men's extra large, which is a great size. And this I am listing around $25. Abercrombie & Fitch has definitely made a comeback and a lot of people are buying it. This next piece is the first time I've ever found this brand. The tag says Walter, which is actually Walter Baker, I believe. I think that's what it was when I looked it up, which I never realized, never found this brand, but I could immediately tell by looking at it and by the tag that it was really nice. It is this 100% silk tiered mini skirt. I thought this was so cute, so delicate, so just girly. This I'll be listing around $35. This next piece made me so happy. Like, you know, it's a great bins day if you find this brand, Lululemon. And not to mention, this has the rip tag in it, which is incredible because most times when you find Lululemon at the thrift store, it does not have this pull tab on it. So this is a men's size medium. This is the ABC jogger. These are going for around $50 to $60. So I am listing mine right around $50 in hopes for a quick flip. But again, between these and the shoes that I got, that pays for my entire haul from this whole day, which is just wild to me and just blows my mind that that is even a thing. So that is why, like I said, I really have been making the Goodwill bins a big part of my business. Next is a vintage Wrangler piece. This is a Western print. I absolutely love this. Pearl snap button up, but the pearl snaps are actually a light blue color, which I absolutely love. So pretty. Again, with this Western print, this I'll be listing around $25. This next piece, I only found this brand one other time. And again, I found it in the bins yesterday, which it was just a great day. But this is 3-1 Phillip Lim, size 2. This is a 100% silk dress. But if you look at this, at first it just kind of looks like a normal pattern. But if you look closer at this, I just adore this. Okay, so on the bottom, it has like a grass print or like a grass picture in there. You can tell it's like one big picture. It's like a landscape picture behind there. You can kind of tell better on the back, but it's like mountains with grass and the sky. I just adored this. 100% silk. I don't know if I said this. Now, this exact print dress is doing really, really well. I have to do a little bit more research on it before I list it, but I will be listing this anywhere probably between $60 to $90. I'm not sure yet. Like I said, this print in particular is a sought after print from what I can tell. So I'm going to have to do a little more research on what has sold, but really, really great pickup. This next piece is a vintage find. I love finding vintage pieces. This just spoke to me when I saw it in the bin. Look at this print. Oh my goodness. I know we're coming out of summer and this is more of a summer print, but I think somebody will still really love this. It is this nautical print satin button-up women's. I just adored this. Super lightweight. This I think I'll be listing around 30 to 35 if I can remember correctly. Now this next piece, again, one of my favorite finds of the day, if not my favorite find. I was speechless when I saw this in the bin. I wish it was my size so that I could at least try it on and just like wear it around the house because it is gorgeous. But I have never heard of this brand. It is Sue Wong. This is a women's size 6. Now, this looks like it's never been worn. If it has been worn, rarely, because the inside cups are perfectly white, but just look at this gorgeous piece. And on the bottom, those are actually ostrich feathers, which is wild. They're super soft, fully beaded, high neck with a lower back. And this is just absolutely stunning. If you ever find this brand, it can do really, really well. So I will be listing mine right around $80 for this piece. And like I said, the inside cups are so white. Like, nobody has sweat in these. I mean, just nobody. This is in excellent condition. And I was really, really ecstatic when I found this piece. Okay, we only have a few pieces left of part 1. So the next piece is also new with tags, which is a big reason why I picked it up. And I also loved the graphics on this. It says Daydreamer on the front. It has butterflies on the sleeve. And then on this sleeve, it also says Daydreamer. And then on the back, it has this picture. It says Daydreamer as well. I don't think I've ever heard of this brand. Seems like more of a boutique-y brand, but the brand is Brooklyn Cloth. This I'll be listing for around $25 as well. A lot of pieces I get from the bins, I list around that $25 mark, which is perfectly fine with me because, again, I'm only paying between $1 and $2 for everything. So this next piece is an older J. Crew tag piece, women's 100% merino wool lightweight cardigan, and I loved the buttons on them. Had these accent buttons with flowers and kind of like these rhinestones. I thought those were so cute. This, again, I'll be listing around $25. A perfect transition piece for the fall time. This next brand I've never really heard of, but when I looked it up, it does really well, and I could just tell by the tag that it was probably a decent brand. But this is 12th Street by Cynthia Vincent, and it also says exclusively for Intermix, but this is a romper. Roll tab sleeves, tie waist, has like this floral pattern, super lightweight, has this crochet detailing. This specific piece is going for around $45, which is really, really good. So that's what I'll be listing mine at. This next piece I kind of debated on, but I got it because of the color. Now this is a Zara basic piece, women's size small. It is an orange tweed jacket, but I got it again because of the color. I loved the orange. I thought this would be great for like Halloween time, for the fall time. So I picked this up and I will be listing this for around $25 as well. I love selling Zara pieces. This next piece I got mainly based off of style and size. This I'll be listing today because it's more of a summery piece, but this is Nicole Miller, New York, women's size 3X, paisley print, super stretch jersey knit, swing dress. I just love this. This I will be listing only for around $22, hoping for a quick flip again. And like I said, because we're going out of summer, I will be listing this ASAP. And last but not least for part 1 is this West Virginia Mountaineers hoodie. Again, sports attire. I love selling sports stuff. People love it, and it's really expensive brand new, so people look for it secondhand. But this is kind of like that dry fit material. It's not Nike, but it's kind of that material, if you know what I mean. navy hoodie. This I'll be listing around $25 as well. So yeah, that is everything for part 1 of this video. Like I said, I will be posting part 2 tomorrow. And also, like I said, tomorrow's haul has a lot more vintage sweaters. I found a lot of cool, funky vintage sweaters yesterday. So stay tuned. Make sure you subscribe. Give this video a thumbs up if you enjoyed it. And I hope you have a great day.